The problem with male voice choirs these days is that they're generally frequented by an older generation.
For some time we've been trying to get new recruits, new choristers.
I know a lot of these choirs struggle with recruiting younger members.
Those really well-established male voice choirs, there doesn't seem to be any new blood coming through.
Choirs really started in Wales.
Well, we have a marvellous time. We have a good association with Tenby. One of our choristers, who was the MC at the concert last night, is actually a native of Tenby.
I was born here in Tenby.
This is where one of the tutors left to flee England.
He's always praising Tenby, and we entirely agree, having been here before, and this is a lovely little spot.
A real eye-opener.
People are lovely and we've had a marvellous time.
When we crossed the border, it was like coming into a new country.
But the people are fantastic and most welcoming.
And we'll probably be back again in 3 or 4 years.
It's the people, the countryside, and even the weather.
Even the weather's been relatively kind to us this time. And while it's not Australian weather, we'll accept it for what it is today because it's a nice day.
I just love the greenery of the place.
Wales component of these tours is a very important part of the history of the choir and its association with Wales and with other Welsh choirs that we sing with on these tours.
My name is Tony Dickinson and I'm the founder member of the choir.
It started with expatriate Welshmen just getting together in a pub and singing a little bit of old favourites.
Well, it wasn't a choir, it was a group of guys who were singing on a Saturday night down at the soccer club.
They call themselves the Frankston Welsh Singers, but it's gradually evolved into a more official choir.
I guess in my case there's a Welsh connection because my great-grandfather was a Welsh miner.
It was all about the miners going down the pits and working, and every spare moment they had to rest, they actually sang.
And I guess that love of singing is coursing through my veins.
I think essentially people join the choir because they want to sing.
To upset, I think, the English mine owners. And when they came out of the pits, basically, they went to the pubs and the clubs and they sang again.
I've been a Victorian Australian all my life, and it's still interesting that the clusters of choirs in Australia are still around the old gold diggings towns.
And it's just a joy to be able to keep the culture of the Welsh language and song alive and blossoming.
We don't sing all our songs in Welsh. About 25% of our singing is in Welsh.
And I teach the guys in our choir the Welsh words.
The rest is in English, and it's a mixture of songs.
But I conduct choirs that sing in numerous languages. Welsh is just another one. If you don't understand a language, then it's merely a line of syllables.
Most of us are not Welshmen. We have about 5 people with Welsh heritage in the choir of 62. The rest of us are all Australians, and it's a bit of a challenge learning the Welsh language.
I don't think that the Welsh language is such an issue. A lot of people do sort of carry on about it.
Well, if you're not Welsh, certainly it is.
The challenge of learning the language is a great challenge and enjoyment.
I get up in front of them, I read the Welsh to them, and I say, you put it down as you hear it.
Back in Australia, we don't have many male choirs. They're mainly mixed.
And the local people are always pleased to hear a good choir sing because they don't have access to that sort of music very often, and we're usually received with a great deal of enthusiasm.
And the 4-part harmony, of course, is different. It's not a challenge, but it is different.
You can appreciate the male voice a lot more by hearing the different variances it can achieve.
But when I joined our choir, we had 34 members. We've now got 62.
I definitely like to see some younger voices in the choir. Younger voices are important, not just because they will survive longer than the older ones, but also because they have a different sound and they have a different strength. And I think that the draw card for joining a Welsh choir really is to do things like what our choir is doing right now, which is to tour the world, to tour the UK.
Yes, it's a 3-week choir tour of the south of England, Wales and Ireland, and then on to Tenby to sing at their 40th anniversary.
Well, we had a magnificent day today and yesterday.
And we had a lovely night last night singing with the Pembroke Male Voice Choir, Tenby Male Voice Choir and ourselves.
That's one of the great great things you have here, and the lovely lamb, the Welsh lamb, and the cakes, the Welsh cakes.
I think it's absolutely fantastic.
And the history.
Difference?
The history is amazing as well. The cider's not bad either.
The cider's not bad either.
We don't have that back home.
Australia's been very good to me, and I enjoy living in Australia. But as the saying goes, I think you can take the Welshman out of Wales, but you can't take Wales out of the Welshman. And every time we come home, and we've been back about 5 times now, it's just like coming home and meeting all your friends again. Is fantastic. I am very proud